So, as you're transitioning into cybersecurity, you made that decision that you want to be into this field and you want to be able to become part of this rewarding field, right? So, what is the education that's needed to come into the field? Technically, there should be none, right? It's more about just having the knowledge of what is a security risk to a particular business. But in today's world, we all know that it's either some type of education that we all need in order to, give the assurance to a potential employer that we are knowledgeable about the skills that they're paying us for. Okay, so which one is better, certification or degree? In my personal opinion, I believe a certification is way more valuable than a degree. But on the other side, as a person who holds a master's degree, I also understand the benefit of knowing going into the depths of degree work. So I would say they both hold a equal amount of uh, weight when it comes to which one can quote unquote determine if you're the right person for the job. But in my personal opinion, I think certifications go in depth into what we're actually doing on a day-to-day basis. To that extent, some certifications just kind of leave like a 10,000 feet view of what's going to be on the test, and then it's not necessarily engaging into day-to-day actions. But if you look into certain certifications such as Microsoft Azure or AWS, when you're getting into these particular tools, the particular vendors, then now they're teaching you how to use that particular tool. So with the degree work, degree is more on a broad scope of what is the theory of cybersecurity? How can we protect um, the present day business as well as things into the future? So it looks at a more of a theory versus the actual running commands on a computer and making sure that we can manipulate the system the way in a way that we deem it to be beneficial. So a degree work is nice to have, but when it comes down to actually bringing someone onboarding them, and then we're gonna say, hey, let's get to work, we're probably gonna have a learning curve of what they actually need to know because they went over things at a very high level and they went over a multitude of things within the 2 to 4 years that they actually earned that degree. Okay, so but with a certification, it gets down to the nitty gritty of what we want to know, but you would still have a learning curve when it actually comes down to what are we as a business, what are we actually doing here? Okay, because sometimes we may be using a tool or a set of tools that you never came in encounter with, and so now we have to get you up to speed about how it works, but you should know why we're doing it. Okay, so I would think that in the degree work, sometimes we don't really go over the tool sets and the reason why we are actually doing it. But in the certifications, like I said, it could be so drilled down to the point of the tools that we can actually you don't have to have that scope of why are we using this. We're just gonna go into how are we using this. Okay. All right. So that's my opinion.